Ooh, I need a camera. Microphone. Good morning, Candy. How are you? Yeah, I turned it on while I was putting it together there, so. I don't seem to have a camera working. Oh, there we go. Look at that. I don't know why it starts so late. Ha 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 ha. Wow, look at that. My hair's even looks good. Okay, well, things are coming together. Yes. Yes, indeed. Interesting show today. Tales of a Bear, Tales from the Road, a little bit about Mick Ultra, a little light on photographs, but we'll see how it goes. I do have my favorite mug today and my favorite coffee, so we'll see. See if we can't get a little bit of Facebook action. Well, there I am. Looks good. All right. Things are looking up. Hello. Hello, Gail. Turn that off. Okay. It always makes me nervous. Always makes me nervous when things come together relatively well. I got a late start. You know, 5 minutes and 30 seconds, as far as I know. Let's knock on wood here. As far as I know, everything's working. I'm a little short on notes, but I just follow my copy. Looks like I might even be too bright. Maybe I'll turn the lights down a little. Mostly I'm just enjoying the coffee. Oh, I gotta be careful here. So, those who know me know that one of the things that really makes me nervous about wearing this microphone is that I'm gonna get up and like go chase the dog or something and rip the computer off the table. So let's see if I can do all of this without losing this cord. I got a long one, so. There, that should be better. Good morning, Wendy Lee. How are you today? I'm going to post your picture of you in front of my photograph in a day or two. I even know what the caption's going to be. So have anybody ever noticed that my glasses are always crooked? What's really bizarre about that is it's not the glasses. My ears are actually two different heights. There's your David R. Day trivia for today. Of course, I didn't wear glasses until I was in my late 40s, so the trials and tribulations of getting old. It's not a fun thing. Some of you out there know better than others, but my goodness. It's hard. You wake up, nothing works, you're all stiff and sore. I drag my dog and I go out almost every morning, and I do that because she needs it, but really I do it for me. We don't go very far. We go maybe a block and a half, but it takes us maybe 5 or 10 minutes. But every morning I get up and I kind of use it almost as a meditation. I try to figure out what I'm going to do for the day. Of course, she really enjoys it, so it's great fun. You think there's any chance that this is going to be one of those shows where it's just going to come together? I think that would be the first one. Yeah, maybe. Let's see, I did roughly 60, 65 before I changed it to bi-weekly. I'd have another 10, 15 of those, 75. Nah, after 75 shows of having it be mostly a disaster, the chances of this one not being a disaster are, let's see, that would be like 75 to 1, wouldn't it? I'm running out of things to say. Dog doesn't want to have its bone thrown. Pretty good. I think I'll just shut up for a bit. Anything you guys want to talk about today? Anything interesting out in your world? Got anything fun happening? Pretty quiet bunch today. There's 6 of you out there. Looks like 4 or 5 of you have shown up. Robert's probably sitting in the woods, so if I know Robert, he may very well be on and he's not saying. About my friend Unka out there? Unka burning love? Interesting. I said he's gonna shut up. I'm gonna play with the cat. Come here, kitty. You want to get on TV? Huh? You want to show everybody how pretty you are? Come on. Come on. Okay. Here. This beautiful little thing is Friday. Actually, technically, he is Black Friday. Can you tell? And we did get him on the sale day. So this is my daughter Alicia's cat. We're taking care of him. He's kind of a shit. He's got some pretty serious murder mittens, and he's not all that sure about hanging here. He is purring just barely, though. So, you all got to meet Black Friday. Say goodbye, Friday. What you know? Yeah, I know. You're done with this, aren't you? All right. I'm not really a cat person, but yeah, I'm really not a fry person either. But he's got his attributes. He can be a pretty good cat now and then. Now and then. Good morning, Zig. Looking forward to seeing you in a bit. Hello, Jenny. How are you? I haven't talked to you in a while. How's Gracie dog? Hope everything is well with you. All right. Oh, I missed it by 5 seconds. Hey. Oh, it switched cameras on me. Hang on a second. Well, so we're not even a second into it, and I wouldn't call that a disaster, but it did switch cameras on me. Well, hello, Facebook and all the world, YouTube, maybe even Instagram today. We got an interesting bit of show today. We're going to talk about a bear. Did I find one? Did I not? Was I ready for it? We're going to talk about we're going to talk about a discussion about Michelob Ultra and why I should be their chief explorer, chief operator. I don't know. We'll show it up here. We're going to talk about Francis and Herd Over Coffee and why you can frustrate a group of Irishmen. I'm going to talk a little bit about BOSCO, and then that'll probably be it. Plus, whatever you all want to say, please send me your comments, your questions. Let me know what's going on. All right, so how was your weekend? Did you do okay? Mine was kind of boring. I didn't really do much. I am getting my house painted. That's exciting. I mean, it's getting. Well, I guess I have to. My mic sounds bassy, and maybe it's just my radio voice. So things are good. I'm beginning to get my house ready to sell. That was fun. Had a nice weekend with my lovely wife, and I went to have a little coffee on Sunday with a couple of friends, including my friend Francis, and that was fun. So let's get right into it, folks. I ran across. So as some of you know, I went to the very southeast corner of Idaho in Rexburg, and also in Ashton and Marysville for taking on a commercial job. And then the morning I got up and I headed out towards Wyoming, towards the corner of the Tetons, the Idaho side, the quiet side. I went up into Teton Canyon, I believe, in the Targhee National Forest. And I was wandering around up there. It was fun, looking about. And I'm going to show you a little short video. And if you look really close, can you see the bear? Here we go. So those of you who know me very well know that I love wandering about in the backwoods. And this is the kind of roads we travel. That's my little Ford pickup there. I'm going over a great big rock. I smacked my bumper, or not my bumper, but I smacked my muffler a couple of weeks ago. So you can hear it kind of rumbling in the background. Now, if you know when you're driving down the road and you're a photographer, you often have your camera just sitting right on the edge, right next to you. I've been out shooting these beautiful aspens, and here not very far. Oh, this doesn't tell me how long it's running. So I come up around this corner, and I hear a crunch. You usually travel with your windows open in these sort of circumstances, which is fun. I heard a crunch, and I looked over, and there was a fairly good-sized black bear coming around this corner. So I stopped, and as you know, the thing about being a photographer is you have to have the right equipment. Well, I've been shooting with a wide-angle lens, and to shoot a bear, it'll be like a little tiny spot. So I reached over, hoping that my camera, hoping that I would have a long lens, a telephoto lens, one that will shrink the distance. Guess what? Didn't have it. So if I'd done my job right, you would be seeing a picture of a bear. But since I didn't do my job right, no bear. So maybe I'm not qualified for this next one. A friend, Maxwell, sent me a link to this. Hang on. Oops, there we go. Sent me a link to this. I think it let me switch cameras either. So what do you think about, do you think I have what it takes to be their chief exploration officer? I think that would be so much fun. They're searching for a CEO, a chief exploration officer, who can get an office with the best view. Of course, I certainly do that, and I often want to travel to work. I love this. Their ideal candidate enjoys and respects the great idea, is able to see the big picture and capture and edit it. I can do that. Understands following CDC guidelines while traveling. I've done a lot of that lately. And of course, recreates responsibly. I qualify for this job. Now, honestly, I don't think there's any chance at all they're going to pick somebody my age to do this. But, you know, I also used to be a bartender. I got a lot of qualifications for that. So, if anybody out there knows anybody at InBev Bud Anheuser-Busch, give them a call and tell them that it would be great that they hired me to do this. I will tell you one thing, that if they do, they will get amazing photographs. I put together a portfolio for them of my work. I've been to a lot of national parks. I've been to the Utah, Zions, and Canyonlands, and Arches, and all of that. I've been up the west coast to the clear up to the rainforest, Umpqua, I think they call it. Of course, I've been to Yosemite. I've been to Yellowstone several times. I've been to Grand Teton, and lots of national forests. So they should hire me for this. I think I would be absolutely wonderful at it. So hopefully I'll get a chance to do that. Tell me what you think. Do you think that's a good idea? I really, my friend, let's see here if I can do this. It's probably going to switch over here. Jenny, I agree with you. Yes. These people should hire me. I hope they do. Yes, Zig, what about Loves Beer? So they should hire you for the beer part, or maybe what I should do, if I get this gig, I'm not going to want to drive all over the West. Maybe I'll hire you, and you can be my driver. You can do the driving and the beer part, and I'll do the photography part. Sounds like a good idea to me, so. All right, so some of you know I've got a good friend whose name is Frances. Now, Frances is a dear heart. She's led a good life. She's outlived a couple of husbands. She's, I believe, 85. If Robert is around, it'd be great for him to tell us. I think she's 85, maybe 86. But you wouldn't tell it. She is all of a pistol. She's an imp, and she loves to give me a hard time. And we were talking about, she went on a cruise ship, and of course, she was with her friends. Frances is half Basque. Most of her family is either Basque or half Basque. So, as you can imagine, since the Basque often start their children out drinking wine at a very, very young age, they can drink a little. So they were on this cruise ship with a group of Irishmen. And here's the quote that my good friend Frances told us over coffee. Oops, wrong one. Here we go. Oh, it's not going to show up. All right, hang on a second. I have it here. One moment. There it is. Okay. You've not seen frustration until you've watched a group of Irishmen try to outdrink a bunch of Basques. If you're from this country, you know that that is certainly true. Those men, they're stout, they're hardy, and they're so much fun to be around. I miss them. My friend Richard Gary came in and said that he's lost his drinking privileges. I'll tell you what, before he was good at it. It turned out all right, my friends. This is working. No, and in comments to Ziggy here, pop him up. Boom. Zig said, no, Zig, I don't want you to drink and drive. I want you to drive and then drink. The national parks are a long ways apart. I know we are, I think the closest one from us is probably Moab, and it's a good 10 hours away. So you don't just get in a car and wander down the street to your local 7-Eleven when you're out chasing the wildlife and the beautiful scenery in the national park. So there'd be a lot of driving in this gig, but that'd be fine with me. I would really enjoy it. All right, how about this? So I use the show occasionally to promote what I'm doing. Do any of you know what BOSCO is? BOSCO is, if I can make this work. BOSCO is the Boise Open Studios Tour, and man, is it fun. This is a group where we all get together. It's up to, I don't know, we're probably close to 80 separate artists. Keep looking up at this camera. I don't know why it's not working, but it's not, so I'll use this one here. Be perfectly fine. BOSCO is a group of artists from Idaho, almost all in Ada County, although there's a couple from Canyon County. And we have formed an organization. Well, it was formed way before me, but I've joined this organization. And what we do is in the fall, this year will be October 3rd and 4th, half of us, basically the west side of Ada County, we're going to open up our studios. Some of them are going to do this virtually. I'm going to actually open up. I generally don't, over a course of a couple of days, see more than maybe I don't know. If I see 50 people in 2 days, that's a lot. I can socially distance them. Yeah, if you show up and there's a big group in my studio, you may have to wait a couple of minutes, but I probably like you better than them, so I'll shuffle them out. I will have a bunch of work on display. You will be able to purchase it. I'm working on that now. I'm collecting and gathering up some stuff. The worst part about this job is I have to clean my studio. So there may not be a show Friday. Who knows? I may just be buried by the odds of the work. Once a year for BOSCO, I clean my studio. It's great fun. I did a couple of classes last year, so I also did that. But this may be the only time that you'll get a chance to see my work for a while, because I do not have any shows coming up. I'm not going to do the Christmas market downtown. Of course, my work will still be up at the art source, but that's generally only 3 or 4 pieces. I will have something like 20, 25 pieces for sale and for display. It's in my studio. So you get and come and see the printers that I'm often talking about fighting with, and I'll show you some sheets of metal. I'll probably set up at least some indication of how I work, and if anybody wants to, I'll probably print a little. Do the absolute, go through and do that. So please, if you're in Ada County, if you're around, come join me on October 3rd and 4th is when I do this. I will be in my studio, which is at 1015 Robert Street. Some of the promo has 1015 Vista, but I'm behind the Vista Village. So if you know where Cold Stone is or Bark and Purr, go to the back of that building, and that's where I'm at. It's going to be great fun. I hope you come and see me, because for me to sit in the same place for 8 hours is going to just about kill me. I hope lots of people come by and keep me entertained. I would appreciate it. And then after you see me, or before, if you go to, I'll put the link in, I believe it is Boise Open Studios Tour, but if you go to that link, you can set up a map. And there's some great artists in my neighborhood. Lisa Cheney, Janny Seda. Actually, I'm wrong. Janny has moved her studio. There's just a whole bunch of us up on what we call the bench, which is what most of the Western is. I think Jerry Hendershot will have his studio open. So if you get a chance, click on that button. I will create a video tour. I'll probably show you guys first. You'll probably get to see the tour of my studio next Friday. I really appreciate all of you coming to this little virtual studio of mine here in my basement. I, as you know, have struggled a little bit with the show in the past. I've leaned it down. I'm not doing any complicated videos. I'm showing the pictures I have, doing what I do. I'm appreciating you all coming in and out, and thank you very much. And I have to thank Ziggy. Ziggy has encouraged me to continue to do this, and there have been times when sometimes I think I do it just for maybe just he and I. So thank you very much, folks. If you like what you're seeing here, please hit the notify button. So if you're on Facebook and I show up, you'll get a little notification. I am back to moving almost all of these to Facebook, unless they really suck. And they show up about a half an hour after. If you could go to David R. Day Creative, you can find them there. I would love for you to subscribe to Facebook. Or to YouTube. I'm gonna work it a little harder. It's pretty obvious that this COVID thing is not going to go away any sooner, so I'm going to have to figure out a way to ramp up my online presence. And what do you think about another sale? I haven't done that in a while. I think maybe I will do a bit of a sale, maybe Friday or next week. Clean out some inventory before the BOSCO show. Again, thank you all. So except for the camera and a couple other foibles here now, this has been a pretty good show. Thank you all for your work, your help, and your comments, and your shares. This is Dave our Day, all in a day's work. If I can push the correct button, I'm out.